throwing again. Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. And that brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Here we go. 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Let's get it.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
22-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Cohen. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
They're just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt in punt formation.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So that one will be accepted. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Josh Jacobs, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 43 in the mic. Go. Go.
From the gun, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. In physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Jefferson.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Jackson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
It was Damon Harris.
There's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
16 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Out to his left. He's going to keep it again. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at
this drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jackson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And all the way up to the 49. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
From the gun, Haskins. They're the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
That's good.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Haskins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
Bailey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 12. And the Ravens first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. They've got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
57 to Mike. 57. Let's go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore, 83 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it'll be third down.
Third down and 10.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had him bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Ravens.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Michael Kendrick.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson rolling to his right. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. SOS. 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 SOS.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
They'll take over.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Raven first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could dart.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's got his target. That's more. 20, 10,
you got to feel it, baby.
5, touchdown, Philadelphia. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Play action. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between...
Calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a